Damian Wayne is ready to return to Gotham with the power of life and death in his hand, but will it make a difference? Let's hop into the pages of Robin issue number 12 and find out together, shall we? So then, as we join the story, the Lazarus Tournament is officially over, and Damian is making it his personal mission to see off all of the combatants, including foe-turned-friend Connor Hawke. The two talk about how far they've come, how alike they ultimately are, and well, Damian plans to return home to Gotham City. Connor says he plans to stay on the island for a little bit. I get what's up. He doesn't want to go back to his father until Green Arrow gets a solo title again. Elsewhere on the island, Talia and Raish mop up the rest of the League of Lazarus. Raish had let Mother Soul live in hopes of getting to the bottom of the Lazarus resin trade that she was responsible for. Sadly, the mind of Raish's mother seems incredibly warped beyond all saving, and if she knows any dark secrets, she's not telling. Talia also asserts her dominance over the new incarnation of the Shadows and says that she wants to try and bring Damian closer in hopes that he'll be able to forgive her and her father for all the terrible things they've done to him in his short life. Unfortunately, Talia doesn't get the chance to because Damian went behind her back and stole her Leviathan airship to return to Gotham. Man, kids, am I right? You turn your back and suddenly they steal the family car. As Damian enters Gotham airspace, he admits that Gotham looks very different since when he left. In particular, he makes note of the brand new Arkham Tower. Be sure to check out Detective Comics and Shadows of the Bat if you want to know what's going on there. Mainly because it explains why there wasn't some sort of big Bat family welcoming party for Damian when he ultimately returned. Not that Damian cares that much. In fact, what he needs to do now, he would prefer to do under the cover of darkness. You'll recall that at the end of the tournament, Damian had actually made off with some of Mother Soul's own personal Lazarus resin, and he hopes to use it to bring Alfred back to life, the first man who was ever truly kind to him. A man who showed him mutual respect and continued to do so even during the times when Damian admits he himself did not deserve it. The man whose death Damian still very much blames himself for all this time later. Only before Damian can activate the Lazarus resin, he ends up getting confronted by a mysterious stranger, one who looks very familiar. Yes, that's right, Robin is here to fight Damian. At first, Damian thinks this may be another one of his mother's clones that love ruining his life so much, but then he realizes that it's raining and this guy isn't wet at all. No, this evil demonic Robin is actually a leftover from his fight with Mother Soul. The grand incarnation of all of the worst parts of Damian's personality, the killer, the brat, the pompous, pampered prince just begging to get taken down a notch. Honestly, I like this costume design here. Evil Robin may only be a hallucination now, but I don't think they design a costume that cool and not have it come back later at some point. During the battle, as a power move, Damian actually ends up breaking the bottle of Lazarus resin that he has before passing out and waking up in an open grave only to be rescued by his mother Talia. Talia asks why Damian didn't use the Lazarus resin on his butler friend, only for Damian to admit the truth that he's been too scared to mention up until now. And that is that the Lazarus pit has always been a shortcut. It always brings people back with some sort of darkness on them, some sort of curse, and he just loves Alfred too much to do that to him. Hell, even the thought of resurrecting Alfred was never really about trying to make the butler's life better. It was only about trying to assuage Damian's own guilt, and in the back of his mind, he thinks he always knew that. But hey, just because bringing back one of his surrogate fathers won't bring him any peace, perhaps killing his biological mother will. No, really, Damian challenges Talia to a fight to the death. The way he sees it, when he was at his absolute darkest and went to Talia for help, she said that she would only take him back if he was willing to become a weapon that she could use to win the Lazarus Tournament. Now the tournament is won and Damian is looking for recompense. In fact, he's looking for more than that. He wants to finally put an end to the cruel cycle of the Owl Ghoul family. Raish hated his own mother, Talia hated her father, and now Damian hates her. Perhaps if they end it all right now, the world would be a lot better off. And you know what? Talia agrees. She's done a lot of her own thinking, and she realizes that this cruel cycle of the Owl Ghoul family does indeed need to stop, but not with bloodshed, but with mutual love and respect. Yeah, that's right. Talia actively asked Damian for a second chance at being a mom. And I mean, how could Damian deny her, right? Especially as he is still worried about making peace with Batman. Now, believe it or not, the comic actually isn't done there. You see, after that, we switch on over to Tokyo, where we see Flash flatline has returned to her mentor, Lord Deathman, but she didn't come back empty-handed, she's come back with the heart of the demon. Apparently grabbing this thing was always her mission, and you know that can't possibly be good. Now, as the comic comes to a close, we actually check back on in with Mother Soul. Apparently she actually did tell Raish about a deep dark secret involving the Lazarus Pit, but he was too afraid to tell anyone else. It seems the demon of the Lazarus Pit's resurrection has actually affected the entire way the pits work, but also that the mysterious disease that claimed Mother Soul's life in the past, well, it's hereditary and it's now passed to Raish, who is also dying. And so that was Robin issue number 12, everybody, and once again I thought Joshua Williamson did an excellent job weaving a fun and compelling story about Damian Wayne, one that actually sees not only him but the entire Al Ghul family evolve and grow in ways I was not expecting. I feel like I probably should have seen the resolution with Alfred coming from a mile away, but I guess part of me was just so excited at the idea of Alfred being brought back to life, I didn't realize that that wasn't part of Damian's journey. The possibility of a kinder, gentler, more Bat family-friendly Talia is certainly an idea I don't think I've seen played with anywhere else before. And the fact that Williamson has very purposely waited till the big crossover event with the Deathstroke book and Shadow War to actually see Damian make peace and reunite with his father again has me honestly pretty interested to read that story now. Overall, I'd feel comfortable giving this one an 8 out of 10. Robin continues to be a pleasant surprise every time I read it.
Hey there everyone, Kate Joel again, and I just want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. And hey, if you enjoyed the book I covered in this issue and want some comics of your own, might I recommend Book Depository? It's my #1 place for shopping for comic book trades. You get a great price, and if you use my link down in the description, you'll actually be helping me out at the same time. You get something, I get something, everybody wins, right? So until next time everyone, I've been Joel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.